Last but not least, you need to know how to toss a frag grenade. Private Allen, pick up some frag grenades from the table. Toss the grenade down the range to take out several targets at once.
Hey, I forgot to ask, so how long do I hold this thing for? If you're watching this video, that means you're struggling to get under 30 seconds in the pit on Modern Warfare 2. Now, I don't know your reasoning on why you want to get better. Maybe it's because you want to be a better pussy slayer. Maybe it's because you no longer want to be the beta male in your friend group. Or, simply put, you're just tired of not getting recommended veteran every time you play Modern Warfare 2. I understand where you're coming from, and I'm here to help. Before we begin, you must first come to the terms that you are in fact a beta male. If you cannot break 30 seconds, you are in fact a beta male. The first step to fixing any problem is to admit that you have a problem. The next step is to own a copy of Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered. If you do not own a copy of Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered, then why are you watching? And like, actually, this is a tutorial video. Why do you need a tutorial video for a game you don't even own? Your third step is to make it to the pit. Now, I know the beginning part where you have to aim at the targets and know how to use a gun is a little hard, but I eventually got through it after about 30 hours of gameplay, and you can too. Alright, this is where the tutorial gets serious. After you get there, you grab an SMG and a shotgun, one of the two shotguns, preferably the one with the clip. You're gonna need that, that's your secondary. Do not equip the deagle. You're gay if you equip the deagle. You think you're hot shit? Do not talk to me if you equip the deagle while running through the pit. Okay? You're not cool. It's not cool. It doesn't. Before moving on, you need to understand that the children, those children cutouts, those are the fucking ops. Those are your enemy. They literally body block. They're human meat shields. These children will literally ruin your run. They'll body block. They'll body block you. They'll stand behind them. They'll stand behind them so the penetration will hit their scrawny little heads. If you ever see these guys IRL, you know, like the not the cardboard cutouts, but like the actual children themselves, I want you to punt them. If you know who they are, I want you to punt them. You don't have to use an SMG. Like I said in the beginning, you can use an assault rifle. I recommend using an SMG because they reload quicker. But if you want to use the assault rifle, you have to make sure your aim's on point. Now, for this, I'm going to assume that you're on controller, because if you're on keyboard and mouse, you honest to God genuinely don't need this tutorial, you just aim bad. Now with controller, it's not whether you can aim, it's whether if aim assist likes you, you know? Now on screen now, you can see the main leading cause of blood pressure medication sales. Playing on controller is a complete gamble on whether you'll hit your target or not. They say they'll snap to the target, but yeah, I mean they do, but no, not actually. Now if the stars align and your ankles don't get broken by a small child, and aim assist actually wants to fucking work for once, here's how you're gonna run the course. We're gonna talk about the front yard, which is the first half, the house, the second half, and the backyard, the third half. That's why I call it Now for the front yard and the house itself, you want to use your primary, your assault rifle, or your SMG, whatever you grabbed. Alright, and you just want to run through it. After you're finished with the front yard and you're headed towards the house, that's when you want to do your first reload if you need it. Alright, and after that, when you're about to jump into the backyard, you want to switch to your shotgun. Now the shotgun part's tricky because the shotgun penetrates like crazy, and those kids are standing in a very bad place for you to be using a shotgun. Now you don't actually have to aim. If you're good enough, you could just hip fire. Try not to use aim assist if you don't have to. Reminder, it's up to luck whether you aim correctly or not. And even if you do lock on, you might lock on to the wrong thing. Just saying. The whole not aiming thing also applies to the house. You want to hip fire. There's no point of aiming in. They're literally in front of your fucking face. So unless for some reason you're a legally blind mom or grandma and you just grabbed a controller thinking it was your vibrator or something, you do not need to aim. Do not aim there. Aim assist will fuck you really hard. Alright? Now, run through the front yard as normal. That's the main beef. You want to run through the front yard as normal. When you run through the house, you want to hip fire. And at the top of the house, the upper half, you want to get a collat, alright? You want to get a collat between the guy in the window and the guy against the wall. And you want to get a collat between the guy right behind the barrier and the guy right in front of the jump. It's the same thing with the backyard, but be careful with the backyard because you don't want to get a collateral with a child in the middle of it. Another thing to note, do not stand still. Standing still will just decrease your time. You can walk, but don't stand still. Now, if you got good RNG, and you didn't mistake a kindergartner for a highly lethal terrorist, you should have gotten under 30. Now, even if you do mistake that poor preschooler for, you know, a 30-year-old man with an AK-47, that's okay, you can still get under 30. You just gotta make sure you actually get under 30. I hope this guide helps you becoming the alpha male of your friend group, and no longer being that boo-boo baby bitch who needed to play on regular every time you loaded up a campaign. We do not like regular in this house, alright? Veteran only. It's how you get the chocolate. It's how you get the flip-flop.
Ma, ¿qué estás haciendo?
Jaime, ¿por qué haces preguntas tan estúpidas, pendejo? ¡No estoy limpiando frijol! ¡Me vas a hacer frijol con arroz!
Ah, pues qué bueno, para que también se parece el arroz.
Whoa, you took out too many targets with your knife. Try again, this time with your bullets.
Excuse me?